Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Saints Block Party Podcast. Yeah, we're back. I told Ryan that I really wanted to get this one out there because we are recording tomorrow with our dude Matt Harmon of Reception Perception, and I didn't want this to get lost in terms of the whole Derek Carr situation and everything, because like we're not gonna have time to talk about it with Matt tomorrow, and then I don't want to get lost. So I also, let's see, are we actually live on Instagram? Let's see. Let's see. Are we live?
You live on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm trying to be live on Instagram. I don't know if it's working or not. It does not look like it is. Yeah. Oh well, I tried. But there's just a lot to talk about. I want to dissect it. I want to Olivia Benson this whole situation regarding Derek Carr and talk about what we know, some information I found out last night, what the Saints knew when they found it out, and also how all this kind of ties together with the NFL draft. And here's the thing, bro. I do investigations for my job. This is what I do.
Police, Adam the police.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we are live. It just took a while for it to get back. Okay, so we are live on Instagram. Look at that.
Hey, IG.
So it's just you tweeted it. You said in our Discord. We talked about it when we did the emergency podcast. The shit stank, bruh. It stank. It didn't make sense. Even Diana Rossini was like, "Oh, the league's kind of
like this is fishy." Somebody put some tuna in the microwave or something, like something stank, bro. Stinking.
Somebody in the office warming up some salmon from the night before, some catfish from the night before, bruh. The worst. Here's the funny thing. I feel like the Saints have used the media that they have ties with to subterfuge the entire situation, bro. Like I feel like this, and I don't want to be like the whole like conspiracy with the tin foil on my head and Robert F. K. Jr. the shit, but. Let's break it down, bro. So
bro. Follow us, people. Follow us.
Dante said Adam standing on business, not wearing any Saints gear, went to the bottom of the dresser to get the TTU shirt. Listen, Dante, I got a Fleur de Lis tattoo on my god. Like it's like there's always ain't going nowhere, bro. So I made out as I was waiting for Ryan, and I apologize. Like it's not in Saints colors, and if you're talking in the chat, we're not going to be able to see what you're saying because I'm sharing this. So I'm going to share this. I did a timeline. Okay, so if you're looking at this in the chat right now, you should see a timeline, right? A very, very crudely made timeline in a very short period of time. So excuse the presentation, but you could get the idea, right? I just want to paint the picture of the Derek Carr timeline that we have from this year. So January is an estimate. I would guess that January was around the time that Derek Carr started to want out of New Orleans. That's not a report. That's not any inside information. That is a hunch. Okay, so let's say January he started wanting out. February, as we all know, if you on Twitter, on social media, when the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, it was very obvious that Derek Carr was not a presence in New Orleans. Just wasn't there.
Everybody was there. Spencer Rattler, everybody.
Jameis Winston, Cam Jordan, everybody was there. And it was very obvious to every Saints fans that starting quarterback in the New Orleans Saints was not even it didn't even feel like he was even in the city during the time of the Super Bowl. Okay, all right. So after the Super Bowl, Saints still didn't have a head coach. They were pretty scrambling to try to get a head coach because they had 5 head coaches turn them down. Kellen Moore, they after the Super Bowl, they flew. Yeah, they flew to. Wait, did they fly before the Super Bowl? Yeah, they flew to Philly before the Super Bowl. Interviewed Kellen Moore. He told them, and we reported this. We stood on business on our report. Didn't alter our opinion on it at all. He told them that he did not want Derek Carr as a starting quarterback. Fast forward, Eagles win the Super Bowl. They hired Kellen Moore as the head coach. And introductory press conference happens. It was weird. He really didn't give a vote of confidence to Derek Carr. And whatever. Hires Kellen Moore in February of this year. Now, this is what I was told. Now, this is where you get just idiotic GMing on the most insane asinine levels of all time, bro. I was told March 2025. Early March 2025, which to me would mean before free agency, was when Derek Carr started experiencing this shoulder. I was told it was shoulder soreness. Shoulder soreness prior. All I was told was early March 2025, prior to them doing the reconstruction of his contract. Okay. And at that point, he still wanted to be cut and traded. Now, guys, if you following with me right here, you just follow with me. He was experiencing shoulders. His shoulder was sore in early March, but he still wanted to be cut and traded. That's woof, bruh.
Because if you get traded, what the first thing the team is?
Take a goddamn physical.
Hello.
Okay, but the team at that point, certain people, the team, not everybody, knew about this sore shoulder in early March 2025, and yet, Ryan, they still restructured him. With Mickey Loomis, if you want to break down the situation, you had someone in a relationship who wanted out of the relationship, and Mickey Loomis is out here buying. Oh, here, baby, do you want? What you want? You want a diamond ring? What you want, baby? You want some flowers? You want a nice restaurant? You have someone being thirsty to try to make this person want to be here who doesn't want to be here. That's if you want a simple analogy of what's been happening between the Saints and Derek Carr, that's what's been happening. And the head coach doesn't want him here, which makes it even more asinine.
It's unbelievable. And you got to repeat that. You got to make sure y'all hear this.
Oh, which part?
The fact that not everyone in the Saints building, and I'm not talking about the janitor and the straight coach. I'm talking about in leadership.
Yes.
Front office people, executives. We don't even know what coaches did or didn't know. Not everybody knew that Carr was having shoulder issues.
So
Before
you
restructuring the contract locks him into the team going forward for the next year and feel ramifications for the next 2 years. For the next 2 years. Because they're going to have to deal with that money and that dead money through 2027.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't think as a GM that information should be matriculated down to the rest of the people in the front office? And shout out to our girl D, because I know D got sources in the building too. Yep. I heard that people in the front office was livid when they found out. Imagine that, nigga.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you be?
So they restructure him, pay him a blank check, not blank check. They pay him $40 million. $40 million. Here, Derek, here's $40 million. There's no way you're gonna want out after we pay you $40 million. Like, there's no way. There's no way. You're ours. You're ours, baby. We just paid you $40 million, baby. I'll let you. I'll suck your dick. Like, just stay here. Just stay ain't going nowhere, right? I just paid you $40 million, right? You ain't going nowhere. Wrong. Wrong. This man said, get me the fuck out of here. I still don't want to be here. Okay. All right. So then at that point, yeah, some people in the team that knew about this sore shoulder, some people didn't. So then you have this planning of like, okay, now we got to make a contingency plan. His shoulder's sore. He doesn't want to be here. Mickey wants him to be here. But Kellen doesn't want him to be here. So what do we do about this pick at 9? What do we do about this pick at 9? Now, we wanted a quarterback last year. We tried to trade up to get Michael Penix, and that didn't work out. So what do we do? All right, so maybe we going to go hard. We're going to scout every goddamn quarterback in this goddamn draft. Every single one of them, we going to go balls to the walls to find a quarterback. Because at some point in this draft, we're going to try to get one. And then, sounds like over the last... Oh, sorry. So then I forgot when I tweeted it. I'm pretty sure it was this month. Yeah, it was this month when I tweeted it on that Friday that Carr still wanted to be traded from the team. And that became a whole ass fucking thing. And it was still true. It was fundamentally true that he still wanted to be traded from the team. And then so then I would say I was told within the last couple of weeks, this sore shoulder injury seems like it's not getting better, and it might be worse than originally anticipated. And now it's like, oh, now this shoulder may need surgery. Now, if surgery is a route, now he might just have to be out the entire season.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Now,
So,
go ahead.
keep going. No, keep going.
So they found this out a couple of weeks ago, or so I keep saying they. Certain people in the organization found this out a couple of weeks ago. They kept it to their chest. They kept it to their vest. They didn't want that to come out, because if that comes out, then it. Yes, like most teams were like, yeah, the Saints are maybe going to draft a quarterback. But if that comes out, it 100% puts a target on you in the draft that puts you square, like pins you in, not pencil,
Right.
Pins you in that you're going.
Before that, people had QB need for Saints as like the third, fourth,
Yes.
fifth maybe need. Like, yeah,
Yes.
I get they got a quarterback, but they need a quarterback, but it's not the number one need.
There you
Boom,
go.
it moves to the top now. Like it's
Number one.
it's a
Number
need.
one. Number one. So, what do you do? So, if you have that in your organization in the back of your mind, I remember people getting in our mentions, oh, what Saints Block Party podcast won't tell you, but NOF party will, is that the Saints weren't at Colorado's Pro Day. What's the easiest way to maybe give the league the impression that you're not interested in a certain prospect, Ryan?
Don't send your head coach. Don't send your big dogs to the pro day.
Oh my goodness. What's another maybe way to maybe think that, I don't know, maybe you're not interested in like one of the 3 big prospects in round 1, but maybe someone later on in the draft in round 2?
Start floating out there all these other prospects.
Oh.
Second and third, these fourth, fifth, and sixth prospects. Start putting it out there.
So I've been told, this is what I was told, that the Saints wanted to keep this news of the shoulder injury worsening, they wanted to keep that under wrap. Because, I kind of wore this for a reason. We talked about this even going back to the Colorado Pro Day that I was at. And I even back then, I gave an analogy. I was like, maybe they don't want to be Mahomes again.
Hello.
I said it, bruh. I said maybe they learned their lesson when John Payton and Pete Carmichael took a private flight to Lubbock, Texas. And maybe they don't want that to happen to them again. Guess what? Guess what? And I'm not kind of coming here and trying to say that like Shedeur was like 100% like going to be the pick.
No.
But they are in the quarterback business, and they are in the quarterback business probably at 9. And so you don't want a team to trade in front of you to go get a quarterback, and you're just hoping that whoever you want, whoever that quarterback is, now that you know that the starting quarterback of the team's potentially not going to play all of 2025, you're just hoping that they just fall to you at 9. But now we know that it's 100% this news came out from Derek Carr's camp. And that's where my thing kind of comes out is I just don't get, besides it being a power play, besides it just being a fuck you to the Saints, and besides them saying like, besides the Carr camp saying, we're not going to be there tomorrow, see ya, it is very, maybe it's all three of those. I don't know why they would leak it. Have no idea why now they would leak that to the media like they did. The timing of it is the absolute worst it could be for the Saints.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the motive behind putting it out there. Because they absolutely put it out there.
Yes.
I mean, was it, like you say, was it a FU to the Saints? Was it, okay, you guys are potentially, could potentially take a quarterback. Let me force your hand, you know. Let me force your hand to make a decision, one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
One way or another.
Yeah, it's very fascinating. But one thing that wasn't in that little timeline, which I thought was interesting.
Sorry, I didn't put it in there. I didn't have enough room.
Yeah, you didn't have enough room. Was the closed door media scrum they had at the combine.
February 26, 2025.
Media scrum that was over an hour. Saints media only, closed door, no audio, no visual. Where they glowingly talked about Derek Carr, he's the starter going forward, and we're all lined up for free agency. We're gonna take care of these contracts. We're gonna have cap space. We're gonna attack free agency. We're gonna be aggressive. We're running it back. 2026, baby. We here. We trying to win a division. Blah 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 blah. That was the selling pitch. That was the selling pitch. And this was before allegedly they knew about Carr's shoulder.
Right.
So it just makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what was the real intent of that.
PR? Hold on. Hemisphere saying the Saints knew all this time Carr had a shoulder injury. I don't think that the link came from Carr's agent. The team linked it. The team did not link this. The team did not leak this.
Absolutely.
Like
think about
what
you say. Think about it. Just think about it. Think
What?
about it. Never mind that it's not just us saying this, because I know, two brothers putting out sources. Sometimes it's just like, I don't believe it. There are white people saying this too, okay? If that makes you feel better. But with that aside, just use the sense. Like, use your brain and think about it for a second. Why would the Saints put that out there? Why? For what purpose?
What do they have to gain? What do they have to gain? Except now the whole entire league knows that they need a quarterback. Like it goes from a need 4 or 5 to a need number 1. It did not come from the Saints. I'm telling you right now, this news did not come from the Saints. Like, if you think this news came from the Saints, like, respectfully, like, we don't need to view that badly. Like, it's excuse yourself. Like, please. Someone said, Doc54 said, I honestly don't know who is the bigger ass in this situation. The Saints front office and Carr are going to smell like shit after this. Carr doesn't care because Carr doesn't want to play for the Saints. He's going to get what he wants. Like it's an ends to a mean for him.
Right.
It is that simple.
Saints. This is like the egg is on the Saints' face. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like y'all the one that. And look, the argument would be made was, look, the Saints, they had to restructure Carr in order to be active in free agency.
Yeah.
Because they had
Justin
to
Reed.
Carr to get under the salary cap and have enough space to sign players and not be up against it. Or they would have had to do the June 1st thing with Derek Carr and wait till June 1st until they could, maybe sign some players or not. But what happened? The only outside players that they really signed was who? Justin Reed. Dan Gottschall, which was a trade.
Brandon Cooks, who they overpaid for.
Brandon Cooks, who they overpaid for.
And Jawan Johnson, who they also overpaid for.
But when you look at Jawan Johnson,
Chase Young,
and all them, those could have been done without the restructures.
Right.
Like, cause those were gonna be huge dead money hits.
Yep.
If the restructures didn't come.
Yep.
So those could have been done without any Carr restructure. So it was only the Justin Reed and the Brandon Cooks, as far as like really impacting the salary cap. They tried to get Cooper Kupp. They was ready to pay him big money. They tried to get Ward, the cornerback, missed out on that. That would have cost some big money. And now they sit there with almost $30 million in cap space.
And still haven't made a decision or what's going to happen regarding Taysom Hill and his.
Taysom Hill also, yeah.
Someone asked, I missed it. Doc54 said, I don't see any leverage gain by either party. The leverage gain by Derek Carr is that he doesn't play for the Saints. That's the leverage gain.
He's shaking the table right now. He's shaking the table. I don't want to be here.
That's literally. Randy Major said Derek Carr is like that scene in Wayne XL when Angela Bassett set the car on fire and walked off. Literally.
Straight up. Perfect analogy. without him actually coming out on social media and saying, I don't want to be with the Saints.
Yep.
Because you notice it's been radio silent.
Radio silence, bro. Mark said, my thing is they were really moving like they thought Derek Carr would really be here. 100% were.
100%. Especially from the combine up until about early March. That's how they were moving.
They were moving like that, even though he was telling him that he didn't want to be here, even though the head coach had told them that he didn't want Derek Carr as a quarterback. Like, what is happening? What is happening? Derek Carr said, I don't want to be here. The head coach that you went to Philly for to beg on your knees to try to get said, I don't want him to be a quarterback. And here Mickey Loomis like, hey, y'all just gonna get together and just make it work, baby. Just make it work. Cause I'm trying to save my job. I need to get those 6 and 7 wins so Gail don't come in and fire me after the season. So y'all gotta figure it out. Cause I can't go in the season with Spencer Rattler as my quarterback. Cause if I do that, then we win 3, 4, or 5 games. That's my ass. That literally is the logic.
And it's such bad football. Like, what do we learn from the Sean Payton, Drew Brees era? Like, the marriage between the offensive head coach and the quarterback is so important. And you already going in this with, like, a tainted relationship. Like,
Tainted?
Just a terrible, like, toxic relationship,
Shout out to Justin Cash, $2 super chat. How does Mickey Loomis still have a job? Fire him now. Please, I wish I could answer that. Doc54, $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you. If the team knew about this, then Carr should have been cut the day after the season was over. Mickey is a whole out here.
Big day.
Yes. Yes. Louisiana girl. What is happening is Mickey Loomis is still trying to prove that he is right all along and that only the injuries was the reason that we were losing instead of trying to correct his mistakes and move on. Yes.
Which is hilarious because it's like Carr is almost forcing the hand.
What? Like, bro, could you, like, Derek, to use like a wrestling analogy, like he's like a heel, but he's becoming like a baby face? Like, it's like a baby face turn. Like,
it's above my head now. I know what a heel is, but
a bad guy becoming like a good guy. Like,
okay,
but like,
I got you.
Because like if this doesn't happen, none of this happens. And here's the crazy thing: we think about all the enablement Derek Carr has gotten since he's signed with the Saints. He like the no trade clause. But part of it too is like the Saints have enabled him completely when he's not won a single fucking thing. Like from the day since the day he got signed, he got a no trade clause. For what? For what?
After getting let go by your previous team, like
who didn't have a plan, who had no plan at quarterback. They said we don't know. Not him.
We will figure it out. Okay.
Ryan, they still haven't figured it out until this season until they traded for fucking Geno. Bruh, 2 years later.
They just said they don't even regret it. They still don't regret it.
Not a single regret, bruh.
Oh, and we sit here, they sit here trying to hold on to Carr. Hold on.
Giovanni says, so realistically, Carr may be out for the season or will he be ready to go week 1? He'll be out for the season if it's with the Saints. If he was with another team, he would probably magically be ready to go by week 1, bro.
I said it yesterday, bro. I bet $100 right now. If he was all of a sudden let go and was on the Titans or any team, and they had to play next week, he'd be ready to go, bro. So to be like,
Yes.
okay. You know, I just had to loosen it up a little bit. Ready to go. Because it just don't make sense. Like, what? And maybe there is a situation we just don't know. Maybe landed on it wrong. Maybe it's degenerative or something. And maybe it's something where he really does like need surgery and needs to sit out a year.
Maybe,
I'm just saying, there's a possibility there's something we don't know. But I just don't buy it. I don't
because if that's the case, like your shoulder that bad, but you've been banging the table for what 4 months that you want to be traded or you want to be released so you can go pick your team. Like you were looking forward. You thought you were going to get released and go to free agency just a month ago in March.
And just the way the whole thing is worded, like, you know, he needs to get with a doctor to see what is it like. Like if you need surgery, like go get the surgery. Like what? Like you would think if you think it's like, man, I got to play this year. Let me get the surgery as soon as possible so I can get healthy as soon as possible. Let's go. Like what's this gray area here? You know, like come on, man. You can't fool me, bro. Fuck out of here.
And I will say this. My bad, Avery. Shout out to Avery for the $4.99 super chat. Does this situation put an ick on Kellen Moore? Looking forward to hearing y'all chop it up with Matt. The biggest ick that we talked about regarding Kellen Moore with this is that he had an opportunity when he came in. He didn't want Kellen Moore when he came in, and he acquiesced to Mickey.
Yeah.
He acquiesced. And so when you're a head coach, this is not a personality thing. This is not like whatever. You have to go in and you just have to be a boss, as Ryan says. You have to command and be a dog. And he came in and he was like, he got like a little puppy. Woof woof. And that's the thing, like everyone that talked about Kellen Moore, and I was at the combine and asked so many head coaches and GMs about Kellen Moore, they all love using the word collaborative. But if this is something that you truly believe in your heart of hearts and you were pretty firm on it during the interview process, then you can't waver on it when you get hired. And he wavered on it. So now he wavered on it, and yeah, it brought the team Justin Reed, and I think Justin Reed's going to be a good free agent. Like, don't get me wrong, I think he's going to be a good free agent. Oh, yeah. But look long term what it's done. Like they're going to be dealing with this Derek Carr contract in 2026, 2027. It's going to be dead money on the cap, and he probably, I would bet money, is probably not going to play another fucking snap for the Saints for the rest of his career.
No, it's over.
And
it's over.
And you still have to find a quarterback. So like, wouldn't the wise decision would have been what Aaron Glenn did when he went to the Jets? He had a conversation with Aaron Rodgers and said, hey, this is what we trying to do. You can either get on board, or you can get the fuck out. Aaron Rodgers didn't want to get on board.
Bye.
He got the fuck out.
They're moving on with a plan.
Like that's what a leader does. And I'm not trying to make this like a bash Kellen thing, but that was like a negative and like a con that people talked about him before he got hired. And when his foot was put to the fire, he melted.
I keep asking, who is Kellen Moore? Like immediately with the Jets, you're seeing the Aaron Glenn, what if you want to call doctrine? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're seeing it immediately. You ain't seeing no leaks coming out that building no more. You seeing just the way the offense change and the way they make it moves. You immediately see it. With Kellen Moore, it's like
You saw it with Ben Johnson. You've seen it with Ben Johnson and the Bears, bro. Like
same thing. Like you see the impact of the Ben Johnson. I'm still waiting to see Kellen Moore. And like I'm saying, this is not a bash Kellen Moore. This is not saying he won't be a good head coach or none of that. It's just I'm waiting to see.
Because right now it just seems like we just running back 2000 running back 2025. Except right now they don't have a quarter. Like is it Rattler? Is it somebody in the draft? Like.
Poor Rattler showing up early. Rattler showing up on Saturday saying, look, on a Sunday, like, man, I'm here. Like, Carr ain't here. Hayner probably ain't there. I'm here. Ready to work.
Mark said this is exactly why AG didn't give the Saints a time of day. He wasn't with the bullshit, and this fiasco would have certainly damaged his and Mickey's relationship before OTA. It wouldn't even gotten that far, bro. He would have told Mickey, Derek Carr's not my quarterback. Sorry. Sorry. What's next?
No question about it.
Are we bringing Justin Fields in? Like that, it would have been nipped in the bud.
It's just a bad business of it. Of like, I'm going to pay this quarterback $40 million so we could sign players this year. Like that logic don't fuck with y'all. Like it's something about it. It's just not.
Not because he's a good quarterback, not because he's getting y'all to the promised land, not because he's even getting you to the playoffs, just to be active in free agency, bro.
It's like let me pay off my credit card so I can use it. You know?
Mickey just like me for real. He just like me for real, bro.
I got $400. I got $400 balance on my credit card. Let me pay this credit card off so I can use this $400 right quick.
That's like us when we buying food for the Saints Block Party podcast draft party.
Maxed out, baby. Maxed out.
Patreon.com/Saints Block Party.
Help me.
Help us, please. Please. Dante said this 100% validates the reasons why other head coach candidates were like, no. Yes! Like it didn't come from nowhere. You think Ben Johnson was coming doing shit like this, bro?
Think about it, bro. Like this is a mess, man. And it's very embarrassing. Like you see like the league reacting to it. They just like, man, what the hell is going on down there? What are they doing? Like what are they doing?
Doc54 499 super chat. He said Rattler wants to be quarterback. Get behind him and roll with it. The team just seems to have no interest in doing that whatsoever.
No.
It seems like more of the coaching staff because I still know that there's a lot of people in the front office that are big fans of Rattler. So let's shift this conversation regarding like how it affects the draft, right?
Yeah.
So as all this unfolded. So this is what you had. You had people in the front office who knew about this, and you had people in the front office who didn't know about this. Which, how does that even happen when you're trying to have draft meetings, bruh? Like we just talking about head coaching candidates. Yeah, I know some information about the starting quarterback, and I know some information that he might miss a season. But I'm not gonna bring this up during draft meetings when we trying to stack the goddamn board. Now maybe you say. The draft grade is a draft grade. That's not really relevant information. You don't think that's important information to be talking about collaboratively with everybody when you don't think this team is ran bad, bro. This is terrible. Like when you talk it out loud, bro, do you realize how awful this shit is?
It is awful, man. You're in a whole draft. You're in a draft right now, man.
So, I was told that we have like 128 concurrent viewers on right now, which I think is maybe the most we've ever had for viewers on at one time. Maybe this gotta be like our go-to time range of doing a podcast. That once certain people in the front office found out about what's the last couple of weeks, they found out about this the possibility of the injury being worse than it is and surgery may be an option. Again, not everyone knew. Then they realized, like, oh shit, maybe we're gonna maybe take a quarterback. Maybe that changed to like maybe more of a pressing need than we thought before. So we got to start maybe sending some things out to maybe give the smoke off of maybe we not going quarterback, right? We maybe put some things out. We going Tyler Warren. Maybe we put some. And again, I want to be clear with this. I want to be 100% clear. Please don't clip this or whatever. I'm not trying to say at 9 that they're 100% going to draft Shador, Dart, Milrow. I'm not. But people in the organization knew about this news about the Carr injury before it got announced. And they have deliberately been trying to put things out there to give off the scent of how interested they were in quarterbacks in this draft. The biggest one, like I talked about earlier, was the whole Colorado thing.
Right.
The pro day. There's a reason why Kellen Moore was not at the Colorado pro day. There's a reason why, like the contingency that was at the Jackson Dart pro day, I think like a week later was the Colorado pro day. Or no, like a week later was Colorado pro day, and it was just like the wide receiver coach and the quarterbacks coach. There's a reason why that happened. The reason why that happened. You wanted to make teams be like, oh, interesting. Oh, maybe they're not interested in Shador as much. Like, well, the head coach wasn't even. Because is that not what happened, Ryan?
Yeah, 100%. And that's the speculation that followed after that. Started to see people saying, oh, it seems like Carr is a Dart guy. I mean, Kelly Moore is a Dart guy. He was at the Dart Pro Day, blah, 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 blah. You just start connecting dots like that, And honestly, you just want to muddy the information water. You want it just muddy.
There it is. There it is.
Just keep it muddy.
Let's see. Big part of going with Rattler is knowing that the season can go bad and looking to next year's quarterback, hoping that they don't do shit this year out of desperation. And oh boy, hoping that they don't do shit this year out of desperation and saving their jobs.
Not this team, bro.
You must be neuter, nigga.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I was half joking, but I'm serious. They gonna make that call to Terry, bro. Terry.
Oh, I can feel it, bro. Like that. What that Marsh shot, that 93.
Burn in the pocket.
That 93, bro.
And I know people be like, "Oh, well, why would the Falcons help out the Saints?" Like, if the pick is right, I mean, if the pick is valuable enough, Falcons would do it because Falcons have nothing to do with them right now. Like they have no reason to rush. They just wait for the right price. So you got that. You got Aaron Rodgers out there. Oh my God! Just please no.
I'd rather just Kirk Cousins, bro. I'd rather Kirk Cousins over Aaron Rodgers. Honestly,
what amazes me though is that they didn't try to bring at least a veteran in earlier.
Because that's how much they thought Derek Carr was just gonna just show up, bro.
That is the dumbest shit. Like didn't they bring in who's the other quarterback?
Benanucci?
Benanucci, yeah. But it's like you Flacco was out there like you. That's crazy to me, bro. Like that's amazing to me.
That's bad team management.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Louisiana brought up a good point. He said, I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to want to come here. He had an issue when they found out the Falcons drafted Penix, with the Saints maybe taking a quarterback and have Rattler beat.
And that's why he's not making it. He said he waited until after the draft.
After the draft, which is smart. Smart. I know that a couple of days after Colorado Pro Day, I was talking to my friend what they felt the Saints would do with the pick. and it wasn't concrete. And they said at that moment they felt it would be Shador. And I think the context, and they didn't know about the injury news either, but you put that context with it makes a lot of sense, right? So then you start thinking hypothetically, right? But then you start thinking, man, could Pittsburgh make that move from 21 to 8? That's a hellacious move, bro. To move up for Shador?
For Shador?
Nah, bro, that couldn't. No,
but you just never know. You know, you never know. You never know. I saw Shador interview after the workout he did with the Steelers. He went on the 30 workout, and sound like it went positive. I mean, if the Steelers really like him, they'll do it. If they really, if they really love him.
Man, that's a lot of draft capital.
That'll be 2026 first round pick.
Easy.
Probably,
and they don't have a second because they traded that for the DK Metcalf trade.
Oh, that's a great point.
They super limited in draft picks, bro.
Limited, man.
Limited,
throw
bro.
TJ Watt in there.
Let's see. They still don't know if he's planning to get surgery or not. Was something I was just told.
Don't make sense. Make it make sense for me. Just make it make sense for me. Planning to get surgery. Don't know if he's planning to get surgery, and your season is on the line.
He may or may not be at the workout tomorrow. When everything starts tomorrow.
Give it a percentage that he will be at the start of workouts tomorrow.
My percentage, 20.
I'm about 15%. He might show up and dip out. Yeah, I'm going.
About 20. That's where I'm at. It's just it's a mess, bro. It's a mess. And here's what I will say that I don't want this team to do. I know we have seen this team when they get desperate and they feel desperate.
Yes.
So now I'm sorry. Can I say this? I don't believe for a fucking second, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm proven to be wrong. I don't believe for a fucking second that this team is interested in Tyler Shuck at all. I don't believe it. I do
Bullshit.
Not believe
Something
it.
Weird about it, huh?
I don't believe it. All of a sudden, even when I asked my friend, I didn't get a response back on it. Didn't get a response back on it. And you know how accurate my friend has been over the years.
No question. These
last 2 weeks, all of a sudden, the Tyler Shuck thing just going full steam ahead. And I watched him. I watched 2 games of Tyler Shuck last night, and I said,
God bless. God bless you, bro.
2 games. I said, this motherfucker is a taller 26-year-old Derek fucking Carr. I said, if Kellen Moore didn't want Derek Carr as his quarterback before he got hired, you telling me he's gonna draft a 26-year-old version of him in the second round?
Like, that's what you want?
Bruh, stop lying to me, bruh. And I don't believe it, bruh. I do not believe it. I don't.
It's weird how it started coming out. Like, it's just kind of floated out there. A lot of CIA style shit going on right now. Yeah, I tried watching a little bit of show and I was just like, what? This is what?
Bruh, I watched 2 games and I said, ain't no way. This is a 5th, 6th round pick at best. At best. Like, what are we doing? He plays exactly like Derek Carr, bro. He has a nice deep ball, but he cannot stack passing plays in the intermediate at all.
And then he clumsy.
When pressure comes, his foot. Bro, I was like, no, you cannot sell that to me, But all of a sudden, this last week and a half, like that's the guy. Like that's the guy. Don't lie to my face, bro. Don't lie to my face.
It's interesting, man. Just knowing the Saints and just how they move, it just feels like they want their cake and eat it too.
Yes.
So at 9, they're gonna go BPA, whether that's Mason Graham there or Tyler Warren or whatever. And then they're gonna bust their ass and trade like hell and
Coming, bro. It's coming, bro.
their ass off.
It's coming.
Get back in that first round to get I don't know who. Shador, Dart, Miro, somebody.
It's coming, bro.
They want to be able to say we got the best player we wanted and we got a quarterback. What you gonna say
now? Now what?
Now what? That's how they think. That's how they've always thought, bro. So that's what I'm expecting. That's where I'm putting my money at.
When that Florida Leaf pop up at like 18, bro.
What did it cost?
Everything, bro. You already know what that shit cost.
Because that's the only thing I'm
really. Yeah, I know that 2026 first round pick burning a hole in that. Because let's just be 100% honest. If you breaking it down, the quarterbacks on the roster for next season is Spencer Rattler and Ben DiNucci.
That's it. Don't even mention Jake Hayner, please.
No, I didn't for a reason. That's it. Someone said 19th CT said the Eagles. Nope, not Trent. Eagles going fleece for the 30-second. Nope, not trading with them. I'm calling Veach in Kansas City. I'm not calling Howie.
Veach, Bills, somewhere in that area.
Anyone except Howie.
No.
Lose his number, Mickey, please.
Like, don't give up that first round pick, bro. Don't give it up.
Well,
that thing could be high, boy.
Yeah, man, I'll say this. If it's like if you're trading, like if there's a quarterback that they love that low, that's dropped to like what, 29, 30, 31, 32, it shouldn't cost next year's first. That should cost 40 and maybe like next year's second. Right?
But trying to get somewhere in the teens.
Now the teens. Oh, that's gone.
Give it up.
You getting up. You just bend it over. Damon Smith said Ryan Tannehill. This is where we are as a franchise right now, bro.
Did he even play last year? Like, was he on the team?
He wasn't. Like he wasn't, but like he's like waiting to get back in football. Like if there's an opportunity, I don't know why the Saints would be the opportunity why he would come back to football.
Got Carson Wentz out there, I think.
Oh God, I'd rather just fucking roll with Ben DiNucci, bro. Someone Marcelio said they can't trade that 2021 first round. The shit might end up being a top 3 or to top 5 pick.
Really might be.
Might be.
Really. They don't notice. That's it. Boy, 2026 could be, 2025 could be crazy. It could be, who knows? Like, who knows? We just see what they do in the draft, but.
Maybe Kellen coach his ass off and Jackson Dart or Shador come in here play like fucking gang, but like
Bill roll.
Who knows? If Carr's shoulder got hurt in 2023 and then at some point was reactivated in the 2024 during the season, he was never listed on the injury report, which means the NFL could punish the Saints.
Yeah,
could be.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll get that far. You know,
I don't know if he got. I don't really know if he got hurt. I don't even know if he really hurt. Someone said we should trade for Will Levis. I got mad. Someone said we should trade for Will Levis. I got mad as fuck. Why would you not just roll with Spencer Rattler like that? Can we stop?
Let's roll with Spencer at that point. You know.
But you're saying like his age.
No, I'm like he's 32, been injured multiple times, and it's very much a possibility. Like that AC sprain he had, well, what they say was AC sprain, has lingering effects. You know, like that could very well be. He's a 32-year-old quarterback. Like Drew Brees talked about it. Drew Brees couldn't even practice on Wednesdays for years.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like it wouldn't shock me that he had shoulder soreness or maybe he can't move his shoulder. None of that just surprises me. But does he need surgery in order to play?
It's still one of the craziest things I've said on here is that this man, the team knew he had shoulder soreness in early March and still gave this man $40 million. Because someone had asked about it in the chat and I missed it regarding the whole thing about the physical. He would have had to have taken the physical, right?
Unless they waived it. And I said, "You good, bro? You good, baby?"
Which would be wild since he's coming off like a thumb surgery that he hurt.
I remember your source said, laughing stock of the league years ago.
Was it about? It was like, yeah.
Like, Saints laughing stock?
Nah, not us. Not us.
Like, I'm sorry, man. This is a terribly ran organization, man.
It's awful, bro.
I don't know how you cut it any different type of way, man.
Can't, bro. You can't. Like, I don't. Hope, and the only thing you have to hope for, right? Kellen coming in and just being a damn good coach.
Yep.
Whoever they pick at quarterback, and I mean, the odds for it, you're not at this point you're not winning any money in Vegas, but
No.
Whoever they pick at quarterback, and likely that's going to be in the first round. That quarterback, whoever they hit, is like, I won't say like an outlier, but like one of the good ones. Like whatever you. I'm not saying he got to be Jayden Daniels. Like that's an outlier. But whatever you consider a good first round pick at quarterback, if he could be Bo Nix-ish, like a Bo Nix-ish season, I guess you could say.
Bo Nix, Mac Jones' first season.
Yep.
I know he's a laughing stock now, but his first season was a very good.
It was.
Season. Something like that, man. I'll take it. Like I will take it.
Jamil Dunn, appreciate you with the $1.99 super chat.
Thank you.
And we just gotta hope. I mean, that's really hope.
Look, I mean, the great news is the Carr era is over. It's over.
Bro. It's over, bro.
It's just ironic that he's the impetus of it. Like, it's not the Saints moving on, which I think is a big part of it too. Like, he's moving on, so he wants to kind of be in control of it.
Yep.
Instead of the Saints drafting a quarterback that decide to move on later.
Ego.
He said, nah, I'm gonna control this. I want
Ego.
out.
Ego. And to be fair, like he's been telling the team he's been wanting out since January, bro.
Quarterback. Like, this isn't the right tackle. This is the quarterback.
No, we're just gonna keep you, Derek. Dante said, funny part is they draft Shador at 9, and this is an afterthought. The vibes are immaculate, and the fan base is revived.
Immaculate, bro.
Most of the fan base is revived.
Yeah. It's gonna be a war.
Anything else? Anything else to just every time I think about this whole situation, I just shake my head more and more, bro. Like it just
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. But like I said, I'm happy that I feel like they're being forced into a new chapter. Like
they are.
And that's all I wanted. A new chapter. Don't know where the chapter leads. Could the next chapter could be trash. So we'll see. Could be great. But it's a new chapter. No more of this. Let's just keep holding on to the great D.A. Derek Carr era. That era's gone.
Oh my God.
D.A. gone. Derek Carr about to be gone. It's over.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with him post June 1st, especially if they draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Sports highlights. I just want them to draft Shador or Milroe on the first, so I can see all the races be mad on my timeline.
You're gonna be out there.
Them, I don't care, bro. If they give me one of the big three, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good, bro. Good.
Even I know you've come back like around a little bit on Dart. Just like, give me one of the big three, bro.
Give me, bro. Give me, bro. I'm over, my little things I was holding back. I'm good. Let's go.
They go full steam ahead with White Hurts. But anyway, we appreciate y'all hopping on. Jesus Christ, there's 143 concurrent viewers on right now.
Thank y'all.
We really appreciate it. Jim said, "I'm not ready to give up on Rattler yet." I mean, I hear that, but I get that.
Team, though.
Yeah, like
what the. And look, he has. What's the fourth? He has a week, like a week to show what he can, And it's just look. This is at practice right now. This is like workouts and stuff. So
right.
He can only do so much on the field and show what he can do. But like I'm just saying, like he's showing right now, just showing up early. All that means a lot to coaches. Build a relationship. Start working on his relationship with Kellen Moore and stuff like that. It's up to him. It's up to him to show that he's improved on the things that he needed to improve upon coming from last year. It's completely up to him. And it's out of his control. If they decide to do something else and want to go a different direction, that's up to them. Like I've always said, at worst, you got a backup, a nice backup with NFL experience for the next couple years.
Which is invaluable.
Right. So let's just see how it plays out, man.
But this is fun. Hope y'all enjoyed our little breakdown going through the timeline of everything.
Yeah, we needed to talk through it, man, because it just was like, what is happening?
I need to break it down. Break it down. But tomorrow, if y'all, we'll be back with our guy Matt Harmon of Reception Perception.
Can't wait.
Talking wide receivers in the upcoming draft, just talking football in general. Be fun to talk with Matt. So we were recording 3 p.m. Pacific time, which is 5 p.m. Central time. So make sure you catch that episode. It's already it's already scheduled in our YouTube.
Yeah,
so
go hit the little notification on there so you get a little alert on your phone.
Yep.
When it's coming on.
And make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow with Matt Harmon of Reception Perception. And with that, we are out.
Peace.